Welcome to episode 8 of Red Dead Weapons. Today we're going to be doing the Remington Rolling Block rifle. Now, if you don't know what this gun is pretty much a buffalo rifle that was designed from the early 1860s all the way up till about the 1920s. They still make reproductions, for those interested. This gun was extremely strong and actually was able to use the new spokeless powders that came into the design in the 1880s, which is why it stayed in service so long. Now, this gun was in use by a lot of countries. It was also in a lot of damn wars, all the way from the American Indian Wars, the Cretan Revolt, Franco-Prussian War, the South African Wars, the War of the Pacific, Philippine Revolution, all the way up to the Anglo-Egyptian Defer Expedition. Now, this weapon uses a falling block design. Pretty much you have two triggers on it. Two triggers here. You can see two triggers. One opens the magazine, other is the firing pin. So, yeah. Now, this gun was chambered in 30 plus cartridges, all the way from 58 Berdan, who Berdan Dan is. He was an inventor and leader of the first and second U.S. sharpshooters of the American Civil War. He also invented the Berdan rifle, which was a bolt-action smokeless powder rifle used mainly by the Russian military. This gun was also in 50-70, 50-45 carbine, 12.7 by 45 millimeter R Pontificio, 12-17 42 mm RF, 12-17 by 44 MR, 45-70 43 Spanish and Egyptian, 10.15 61 mmR, 8 by 58 Danish Krag, 850 Lebel. This gun is mainly used by the French, actually, along with the Chassepot. Well, actually, I think they switched out that. Like, they used the rolling block after the Chassepot rifle, I think, or before it, I think, one of the two. And that's before they switched to Lebel in 1886, which was actually the first smokeless bolt-action powder rifle ever made with a bolt-action design, which they should add to Red Dead. I wouldn't mind having a Lebel in Red Dead. That'd be dope. Wouldn't be OP because it's an 8-round tube magazine like a repeater, and it would be fucking dope. This gun was also in 303 British, 1159 Gras, 7.65 by 53 Argentine, 3040 Krag, which is American Krag, and Danish Krag, 30-06, 7.62 by 54, 30 Remington, 7 by 57 Mauser, 6.5 Delta, number 12, 236 Remington, 11mm Danish various targeting 1400 calibers. Now, this is a rolling block breech-loading single-shot rifle. It had a rear ramp and leaf sight. As you can see here, that is the leaf sight. You can see we can't pick that up. Yes, I glitched the scope off. This gun is actually really good at shooting people to shit. Now, it has a little post sight at the end there, as you can see. Now, this gun was developed in 1863 by Remington, and with a 50 caliber originally. It was a split breech carbine that was mainly issued to U.S. cavalry. It was an earlier weapon that was designed by a guy by the name of Joseph Ryder and Leonard Geiger to fire the same cartridge as the Spencer repeating carbine, which is also in the game. So this gun and that gun probably could interchange ammo, possibly. But this early version of it lacked a hammer spur because it was self-cocked when the breech block was opened. This gun, the rolling block itself, actually saw some service with George Armstrong Custer at the Battle of Bighorn, and also in the hands of a lot of the Native Americans during the Indian Wars. No wonder Custer got his ass beat, because he was a fucking cunt. Now, the United Kingdoms and Sweden and Norway actually adopted this as a military rifle in 1867. And about 250,000 of these were issued to their armies, and there's also 85,000 civilian rifles sold in Sweden there. And they were made under license by Carl Gustaf Stads Gevärsfaktory and Husqvarna Wapenfabriks Aktiebolag. I have no idea if I pronounced that right. I don't speak Dutch that much. Well, guten Tag and anyway, the guns in Norway ones were, there's about 53,000 produced in Norway by Kongsberg. These guns were in 12 by 1742 RF and 12 by 1844 RF. These cartridges were actually interchangeable, And then the Danish got onto them and decided to reuse them and rechamber them into 8x58 Danish Krag centerfire. So, and that rifle was the standard service rifle of the Swedish military from 1867 to the mid-1890s, which was then replaced by the Swedish Mauser, because everyone loves our fucking Mauser fanboys. It was in Norway's standard service rifle up till the mid-1880s, till it was replaced by the M1884 German. 1884 German is actually a bolt-action repeating rifle. It's like a 5-shot rifle. Those guns were actually produced up to 1900. That's the other side note. Now, the Spanish, it was also in 43 Spanish and was chief service arm of the Spanish military from 1869 to 1893, and was then mainly used by the reserve and militia forces in Spain for years after. Now, the Argentine ones, rolling blocks in Argentina were actually replaced in 1891. Now, in Red Dead 2, this gun is a sniper. I glitched the scope off in story mode. You can do it in online too. I just haven't gotten a second free roam yet. Now, this gun itself is Red Dead Online. It's really powerful. It just has a slow fire rate. It has high accuracy. Most people tend to use the Carcano, M38 Carcano over it and stuff. So, yeah. But if you get the right build for it, it's a really good sniper. Now, this gun has high damage, good range. It has more damage than the sniper, Carcano, just a tad bit. Not as accurate though, for some reason. Though the gun was mainly a sniper rifle and a buffalo gun, because the gun could whop buffalo. This gun's mainly a buffalo rifle in a way. Now, in Red Dead Online, this gun is actually used as a sniper. Well, it makes sense for it to be something because they did actually attach scopes to these things, but they probably didn't put them on the side. They probably tried to make custom models that were rigged up along the top of the barrel and on the side. Though there were models probably that did have the side scope. You never know. I couldn't find any pictures of that. Now, these guns were also used by the British and French, and they also had a sword bayonet with them. And the French mainly acquired these to make up for the shortage for the standard issue Chassepot and Tempestera rifles during the Franco-Prussian War, which the French got fucking humiliated in. During World War I, though, the British Royal Navy bought 4,500 of these in 7mm Mauser that were leftovers from Remington's old stock after the production ended, and then issued them to the crews of minesweepers and Q ships. And then later in 1914, the French said, hey, we'll bring back the fucking rolling block in 850mm Lebel. Lebel was actually 8mm Lebel was the center issue service rifle ammo for the 1886 Lebel, and was used by a lot of other weapons, mainly for the French. So yeah, this gun, along with the Sharps rifle, aka the Buffalo rifle in Red Dead 2 and Red Dead Online and Red Dead 1, this rolling block and the Sharps rifle, or the model 1859 Sharps or 1874 Sharps found in the model, they were very popular in the American West as buffalo guns because the Americans love to shoot buffalo, because who doesn't want a warm buffalo coat and a tasty side of buffalo steak and oysters? If you don't know what Rocky Mountain oysters are, you are not a fucking cowboy. Now, these guns were mainly issued as surplus rifles, and some civilian Remington Rolling Blocks were really popular with the hunters and stuff because they could hit and they could take down big game. They're also very popular with the surplus market as well, because in Scandinavia, they're actually still very popular there for moose hunting, because the ammunition was common on the civilian market. It still sort of is. Now, these guns were used all the way up from Argentina all the way down to, there's 30 countries, all the way down to Yemen. There's even the first Philippine Republic, Peru, this gun was used by other countries. Now, in Red Dead Online, this gun was kind of getting outdated, but it was still used by a couple militaries. So, historically, this gun is completely accurate. It's actually a good choice. It's a good sniper, too. I don't really like snipers, because I don't think they should have aim assist, but the rolling block in-game pretty much is the basis of what they're probably going to do with the Sharps rifle, and they're not going to add a scope to it, because I pray to God they don't add a scope to the fucking Sharps, because I want that Buffalo rifle without a fucking scope on it. But it's whatever. Now, this gun, high damage, very high damage. Express, Accuracy is fantastic. Only issue is the reload. It's a rolling block, so you gotta pull one hammer down, put the bullet in, you gotta cock the other hammer. A little consuming compared to the Carcano with its in-block clip. The fire rate's really low compared to the Carcano, so yeah, the accuracy compared, yeah, it doesn't have as much accuracy as the Carcano, and doesn't have as much range. Yeah, like with high velocity, the Carcano beats this one out, but with express ammo, the damage is more with the rolling block with express ammo, so you're best using this if you want to go for damage. Carcano is good for fire rate, reload, and accuracy. Surprisingly, I don't know why though, because the Carcano is actually a piece of shit in real life. But anyway, this gun is a good option for if you don't want to use the Carcano. Historically accurate, actually. Great detail to it. Rockstar got everything right with it. And I don't know what caliber it's in. I'm going to assume it's probably 30-40 or some 50 cal, 50-70 probably. Because the Carcano uses 6.5. I know this model uses 6.5 Carcano, yet... Or no, this one, no, the M38 Carcano shoots 7.35, I think. Yeah, this Carcano shoots 7.35, but in game though they're using the 6.5 ammo, which is round nose, but that's a different thing. Anyway, yeah, that'll be it for the rolling block on Red Dead Weapons. Thanks y'all for watching. Good look at there. Subscribe if you want. Good look out there, and the Orte in China.